Today, we're going to be looking at price markup. How do stores make money? Most of the time when you're buying something from the store, you're helping them make money. The key to this idea is that the store buys products for a lower price and sells them back to you for a profit. So let's look at some vocabulary terms. The price in which a store buys a product is the cost of the product. And the amount in which they raise the price by is called the markup. The markup rate is a percentage comparing the markup over the cost. After the markup, the product is at its selling price. So let's look at this visually. So S-Mart buys popsicles. They're paying $2 for each popsicle. The $2 is coming into the store. They're going to add 40 cents to that $2 to make a profit of 40 cents and sell that popsicle for $2.40. Another way to look at it is $2.40 is coming into the store for the popsicles. They're pocketing the 40 cents and sending out the $2 that it cost to initially buy it. So let's look at some simple equations here. Cost plus markup. That is going to give you your selling price. Markup is equal to the selling price minus your cost. And the cost is equal to selling price minus your markup. So let's look at an example. If an item sells for $20 and has a markup of $12, what is the cost of the item? The cost is going to be selling price minus the markup. So your selling price is $20. And your markup is $12. So we're going to subtract the two. 20 minus 12 gives us $8 of our cost. If an item costs $16 and is sold for $20, what's the markup of that item? So we're going to start with the selling price, which is $20, and has a cost of $16. We're going to subtract it. 20 minus 16 gives us $4 for our markup. Okay, let's look at rate of markup. So markup is equal to the rate times the cost, and your rate is a percentage. The rate of markup is going to be the markup divided by the cost. So let's look at some examples. What is the rate of markup for a shirt that costs $10 and is selling for $15? So we need to find the markup first. So we're going to take $15 and subtract $10 from it. So we have a $5 markup. So we're going to take our markup, which is $5, and divide it by our cost of $10. 5 divided by 10 gives us 0.5. But we have to change this into a percent. So move the decimal 2 places to the right, so we get a 50% markup. Look at the next problem. Duke's Photography pays $9 for a 5x7 photograph. The photograph is sold for $15. What is the percent of markup based on the cost? So we need to figure out what was the markup initially. We're going to take $15, what it sold for, subtract of what it cost of 9. 15 minus 9 is $6. That's our markup. Now we need to find that percent. So we're going to take our markup, $6, and divide it by what it actually costs, which is $9. So $6 divided by 9 gives us 0.6666. Change that to a percent, move the decimal over 2, we get 66 point, and we're going to round to 7% markup. The last one here I want you to try. Pause the video, come back, and check your work once you're done. Okay, let's check it. Lily buys tea from England for $4 a box and sells it in the Tea Party restaurant for $12 a box. Find the percent of markup based on cost. So we're going to take $12 and subtract 4. So we get a markup of $8. We're going to take our $8 and divide it by the cost of $4. 8 divided by 4 gives us 2, but we have to change this to a percent. So remove the decimal 2 places to the right, add placeholders of 0, so we get a 200% markup. Okay, now we're going to take this one step further and find the selling price. So the boutique pays $5 for a pair of earrings and sells them at a 50% markup based on cost. Find the selling price of the earrings. So 50%, we have to change to a decimal, which is 0.50. Move it 2 places to the left. We're going to take the percent, multiply it by how much they paid for it. So 50%, 0.50 times 5. That's a $2.50 markup. But we need to find the selling price. So we're going to take what it pays for, $5, add the markup. When you add that, you get $7.50. Try the next one. What is the selling price for a CD which costs the retailer $8 and is marked up 60%? Change 60% to a decimal. Move the decimal 2 places to the left, so we get 0.6. So we're going to take 0.6 times $8, and that gives us $4.80. And that's our markup. To find the selling price, we're going to take the $8, what it costs, add $4.80 to it. We get a selling price of $12.80. The last one I want you to try by yourself. Come back to the video and check it. Let's check it. What is the selling price for a set of hairbrushes which costs a salon $12 and is marked up 150%? We have to change 150% to a decimal, which is 1.5. Take 1.5 and multiply it by $12, which gives you $18 markup. Now take the price that you're selling it for, or the price that costs, $12, add $18 to it for the markup, and you get a total of $30 for the selling price. So that is the lesson today. Please reach out if you have any questions.